So this is lesson 34 in Algebra 1 called the greatest common factor. And just to remind you of what a factor is, a factor is a number that goes evenly into another number. So 8. The factors of 8 are 2 and 4. It's also 8 and 1. It's also 2 and 2 and 2, because all three of these circled sets of numbers multiplied together give us our 8. So they're factors. A factor is a number that will divide evenly into another one. So 2 goes into 8, 4 goes into 8, 8 goes into 8, 1 goes into 8. If I had a number like 32, some of the factors are 8. 8 goes into it 4 times. 16 goes into it twice. So see what I'm doing here? Let's look at 27 factors. 9 goes into it 3 times. So those two are both factors of 27. They both go into it. So that's what we're doing. But we're going to do some algebraically. So that means we're going to be doing something with some letters. So if we have something like 6x squared y squared m squared plus 3xy cubed m squared plus 3x cubed y squared. Alright, and what we're doing is we're trying to find out what the largest factor is of this trinomial. Trinomial means that there are 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. See? They're separated by plus signs, so that makes them a term. So we're looking for what is common to both of those, or all 3 of those terms that I have there. Alright, so what I do is I write out the prime factors of the big numbers and leave the rest of it alone. And 3 is already prime. And 3 is already prime. So the only one we really did anything on was the 6. We made it to 2 times 3. And so then what do? I go and find the numbers that are common to all 3 of these. So I have a 3, a 3, and a 3. So I'm going to take that 3 and I'm going to take it out there. Make a big parenthesis to put whatever I can't take out. So I took that 3, and that 3 out. Alright, I can't do anything with the 2 because there aren't any other 2, so I'm going to leave that inside. Now I'm going to look at the x's. I have 2 x's there, I have 1 there, and I have 3. Well, the only common x I have is 1, because this one only has 1. Even though this one has 2 and this one has 3, since this one only has 1, I can only pull 1 out of it. Which means here I'm left with 1. Here I'm left with 0, we just took it out, and here I'm left with 2, because I took 1 away. Okay, so my x's are done, my 3's are done. Now let's look at the y's. I have a y squared here, a y cubed, and a y squared. So the lowest number, or the biggest number that's common to all 3 of these, is the y squared. So I'm going to take it and pull it out, which means we don't have any left there because we took them. Here we still have 1 left in here. In here we don't have any. Alright, now let's look at the m's. I've got 2 there, and none there. I don't have any there. So that means I can't pull anything out. So I've got to leave those all in there. And I'm done at this point since I did that. Now what happens is if I distribute, if I take this times this, I get that. Take this times this, this times this, and lo and behold, I get my original problem back. So that's called factoring. taking what's common to all three terms and pulling them out and leaving what's left over inside there. Okay, so let's keep plugging away at doing some of these. Sheesh, Maurice, trying to erase everything. Alright, so let's look at example 1. I have 8z to the 4th power m squared p minus 12z cubed m to the 4th p squared. Alright, now again I'm going to write my numbers. Okay, I'm going to look and see what I've got common. Let's use yellow instead. So I have 2 2's there and 2 2's there. So I'm going to take 4 and pull that out. I'm going to make a parenthesis and put this minus here and whatever I have left over. So I have a 2 left over there, this one there. And now I'm going to look at the z's. I've got 4 z's here and 3 there. So I've got 4 and 3, so that means what's common is the 3. And I have 1 left over. So I'm going to leave that there. I don't have any left over here. Oh, but I do have a 3 here. So let's look at the m's. I've got an m squared and an m to the 4th. So I can take an m squared out. And that took away both of those. But I only took out 2 of them, so that means I'm left with 2 there. So that's gone. And really we're done with all of that, aren't we? And all this. So the only thing we have left is p's. I have 1 p that's common, so I'll take the p out, and that means there's none here. And I have 1 left over there. So just to let you know up front, the book is not asking you to do all of this part. All they're asking you to do is find the greatest common factor. This part here that you're pulling out. But I would like for you to start practicing what is left over too, because eventually you'll have to know that, and it just seems kind of silly to ignore all that at this point, especially if it's not too terrible to do. Let's look at example 2 now, and we'll do that in the next video.